What's going on, guys? One love out to everybody. We got UFC Fight Night Strickland versus Magomedov. Predictions, breakdown, guys. Before I get started, subscribe to this channel. Also hit the thumbs up button. And also check out my Patreon account for all my face-off prediction and prop plays. Usually I make changes. I watch the weigh-ins, I watch the face-offs, and based off what I see from the face-off and the weigh-ins, I will make some changes and put it on my Patreon account. And a lot of times, obviously those fights come in. You know what I'm saying? Like the last card there, I had 1 or 2 underdogs, I think 3 that hit. So you guys can sign up to that. Also, you can check out my PayPal account also, if you guys would like to donate, which would be wonderful. Any amount of donations, is acceptable. It doesn't matter to me. $1 here, 25 cents, it doesn't matter, guys. Just as long as you guys helping out, it helped me to build the channel up too, and I can spend more time making videos and doing better work, right? This card there, we got 12 fights, right? It's going to be at a UFC Apex, so we're dealing with a smaller cage here, so it could favor the grapplers, or it could not. We learn from these cards, man, that good wrestling, that's great, but if you don't really have the striking and you get tired trying to take down the guy, and the guy has the striking with a little bit of decent takedown defense, usually the wrestler could lose, and it could go the other way around. Usually the wrestler could win, like Kevin Lee is getting Rinat. You know what I'm saying? So this is a time for him to redeem himself with that. Let me see who else is having to redeem himself here. I think Alexander Romanov too, and also Ivanov has to redeem themselves here too against them, see who can pull off the win, see if they learn from the mistakes. Lipski and Melissa Gatto, they both fought similar opponents in the past, or maybe the last fight, so they have a chance to redeem themselves here. Sean Strickland, a boss, similar thing. Sean Strickland fought what's that dude's name? Got knocked out, fought Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira knocked him out. Good one here. Did you learn your lesson? Damir Ismagulov versus Grant Dawson. This is a perfect matchup because Damir, as you know, had a fight with Armin Tsarukyan, and it was a pretty back and forth close kind of fight, but Armin took it to him though with the takedowns. No, question is no, because Damir has good takedown defense, but can he keep it for all 3 rounds without getting that much takedown from him, not getting taken down a lot? Grant Dawson is a grinder. He's not as good as Armin though, but he has a good wrestling base in him, but I don't think he's as good as Armin. So it's a similar kind of vibe here. And also with Grant Dawson too, is also for him, he had trouble with Ricky Glenn. So, and we look at a guy like Damir. Obviously Damir's skill set is in my opinion is better than Ricky Glenn, but Ricky possesses that striking like Damir has. So this fight here is, have you learned your lesson? That's why I call this card, did you learn your lesson or have you learned your lesson, right? So this is a perfect matchup to explain that, right? Let's jump into this real quick here, guys. I'm going to spend too long on it, but I'm just giving you guys a little bit of a scenario there, a little bit of how I feel about this card and everything like that. It's a tough card though, because with it being, have you learned your lesson, damn, a lot of fights can go either way, guys. So on the odd breakdowns, when I take a look at the odds, I'm going to explain to you, to leave the fight alone or should you go under or whatever. So sometimes it happens like that. I may not get the prediction, but I can give you a warning, give you a heads up where the guy that I told you not to mess with and go with the under, the underdog could win. So you should listen to all my breakdowns, guys, not just my predictions. Like you see my predictions and I got the prediction. You should listen to the whole, the whole video, because there's a lot to learn. Okay, first fight we got Alexander Romanov versus Blagoy Ivanov. Alexander Romanov here, man. Did he learn his lesson? I don't know, man. This is a fight here is perfect for face-offs and weigh-ins, because what I see from Romanov, his last fight, man, or a couple of fights, he doesn't look in shape, dude. This guy's not in shape, man. He's not in shape. And if he looks like that on the face-offs and the weigh-ins, it's the same. I'm going to leave the pick how it is. So you think, guys may think, have an idea who I'm going for here. But if he looks in shape, though, then it's different. So that's why I said the face-offs and the weigh-ins are very, very important. That's why I make face-off predictions. You know what I'm saying? Weigh-in predictions, which is going to be my Patreon, so check that out. Romanov striking is still in the work, man. Heavy grappling. We look for throws. He got the 3-inch of height, 2-inch of reach, which is massive. But he can't keep a pace, though, man. He gets tired. He gets tired in the first round. If he can't submit you, if he can ground and pound you, or mount you and ground and pound and submit you, he's not gonna win the fight. Majority all first round finishes. You know, some third here early in his career, but it's like 1/3. Like majority of his fights are all first, second. You know, mostly all first. So this guy is like a sprinter, and he has no gas tank, and he's not in shape, man. And if he looks like that, I'm leaving the fight just the way it is, man. What I see from him his last fight just doesn't look good. He was struggling with the takedowns. Something that he's good at, he was struggling with that in his last fight. A guy like Ivanov, no. Ivanov is a well-rounded guy. He can slow down, but he keep a pace, and he's a heavy hitter, and he can throw low volume, but then like he will start off slow in the first, and then he come in the second with just like letting it go. Like when this guy let his hands go, this guy is a very dangerous fighter once he let his hands go, because he's so always waiting. But once he starts to throw, you see that the guy have a lot of potential. He's a skilled guy, right? Yeah, man. I'm liking Ivanov here, man. I'm going with Ivanov, guy. I'm gonna say Ivanov by KO TKO in the second, but there's nowhere confidence in this at all, guy. Because like with Ivanov, takedown defense not bad, but the only reason why I'm going with Ivanov because he can carry the fight, and a guy like Romanov, he slows down and he needs to finish Ivanov. He's gonna need to finish Ivanov in the first. He's gonna need to take him and suplex him and get on and whatever and mount him and whatever. And Ivanov is a very experienced guy, man. So this fight here, guys, be very careful. Big heavyweights like this, you just never know. Be careful with this one. This is not guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed. I'll tell you this now, nothing guaranteed, man. Play at your own risk. But KO TKO by Ivanov, second round, 50-50. Next fight here, guys. Let's keep this ball rolling. Ivanov Petrovic versus Luana Carolina. This is the next tricky one here too, guys, man, because a girl like Ivanov, what I've seen from her, watch a couple fights. I mean, you know, she's well-rounded. She has potential. You know what I mean? But it seems like she can slow down in the fight, and she can throw a low volume. And but you know, when she let her hands go, you know, she looks kind of clean. You know what I'm saying? Let me see here. Yeah. So she's well-rounded. You know, but like I said, she has potential, but like I said, when she let her hands go, she started flowing with it. She will look for takedowns though, but she can get taken down though. But I would say she's a more well-rounded person because of the takedowns, man. But man, there's something. Like I see the techniques, but it doesn't really stand out as much. And this is going to be her debut fight here. You know what I'm saying? Man. This one here, man, what I see from Luna, I see Luna kind of progressing in the fights. You know what I'm saying? Her stand-up is her base. You know what I mean? Her stand-up is not bad. And she's aggressive with it when she let her hands go too. But she can get taken down though. That's the issue. But if you look on the fights that she fought, Lupita, you know, she gave Lupita a good run there. And Lupita is known for wrestling. And she was sprawling on Lupita, stopping the takedowns, you know. And there's a couple of fights here. She was sprawling a couple of girls and, you know, and then stopping the takedown. But she can get taken down though. That's the whole thing. And I just feel like Luna's a little bit more experienced here. And she's seen it already. And what I see from Ivanov is like, nothing really stands out. I mean, she comes forward and throws the hands, but you know, I mean, I feel Luna should be able to can win this fight here. But again, this is one of them fights, guys, where it's a toss-up, man. Do I feel Ivanov can win? Yeah, smaller cage. If you can push takedown and get it. You know what I'm saying? Which that's probably what she's going to go for. I'm going to go with Luna here, guys, but zero confidence. It's a 50-50. And I feel that Ivanov can win if she's able to get the takedowns, because sometimes I see she go for takedowns that she can't get it. You know what I mean? And there's just experience. I just feel Luna's a little more experienced, even though she loses some of them girls. to some of them women, you know what I'm saying? But at least she has that experience under her belt. So I'm going to go with Luana here. I'm going to say Luana by decision, but I'm not confident, guys. I could change this on my face-off depending on how the woman look, the mannerisms and the attitude. And if they make weight and how the body looks, right? So I got Luana here by decision, 0 confidence. Next fighter, we got Guram Kutateladze versus Elvis Brunner. I know I jacked that up, guys. Yeah, man. This is a short notice for Guram here. I believe. Yes, a short notice for him, right? Striking, heavy wrestling base. Very durable guy, relentless, push a high pace, man. This guy's a very good fighter, man. He went against Damir and lost by split. I mean, Damir is a top level fighter, dude. Then he went against Gamrot and beat Gamrot by split. I mean, this guy here is very, very freaking relentless, man. Very relentless guy, man. High pace, man. Come forward. He just doesn't stop. You know what I mean? So, short notice for him, though, but I'm pretty sure this guy should be prepared. I mean, from what I see from him, he comes to fight. A guy like Brunner here, Brunner is well-rounded, explosive, coming from Charles Oliveira camp there. Like just a teammate of Charles Oliveira. But he can get flat-footed, though, and kind of heavy with the stance. He has 11 by submission, though. But he's hittable at times, and he's kind of flat. And a guy like, Guram here is gonna be looking for those takedowns, but also a guy like Guram, you know what I'm saying? I believe he's been submitted one time, and this guy Brunner has 11 by submission. So these fights are tricky like that, guys. I like Guram here, you know what I mean? But you never know, man. You go for takedown and get his neck caught in the guillotine. It happens, right? But let's take a look here and see. I believe he's been submitted one time. I mean, I believe it was early in his career too. That doesn't mean that he's gonna get submitted again, guys. But anything is possible. When that guy, been submitted 1, 2, 3 times, the more times he's been submitted, then obviously the possibilities of him getting submitted again by a guy with 11 submissions, is pretty likely. You know what I'm saying? So I believe he's been submitted once, though. I could be wrong, though. And he's been submitted once, only one submission there. It's early in his career, man. Like against, let me see here. Brunner is not a bad fighter, but I don't know. It's just the way how his stationary stance and just being there. He's not moving as much. I think that's going to favor Guram here for the win, in my opinion. Beat Zabara here. Tumlagov by split decision, which I felt that was a total robbery. I don't know how he beat Zabara in that one. I feel Zabara won that fight, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It went to a judge's decision, but that's what happens when your fight go to decision. Judges can do whatever they want. Based on how much they're gonna get back on them. The guys are here to expose, man, exposing. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Guram here, guys. I'm gonna say Guram by decision here, guys, and it's a 50-50. Like I said, Brunner could get a submission, but I'm liking Guram here. Guram by decision, not confident. Next fight here, guys, we got SANTOS versus Karol Rosa. I believe this is a short notice here. I'm all over the place here. Is this a short notice? I think that's short notice for... Nope. Yeah, short notice for Rosa. Alright, it's supposed to be Macy Chasen. Okay, so Yana here. Yana SANTOS. She has a 3-inch of height here, which is massive. Will come forward and let the hands go. She's more stronger in the clinch. She likes to tie up in the clinch. Has a karate base, but she likes to be in the clinch and hold you loose. She uses a lot of strength, a lot of physical strength here. You know what I'm saying? She would power through moves too and can get gassed out. She has mostly a strength advantage, man, the pin against the cage. She's hittable, can't get hurt in the foot. But like I said, she likes to tie up and hold. Her opponent here, Karol Rosa, short notice. She will mix it up more. But I believe that her striking, in my opinion, is a little bit more sharper. She'll also look for the ground and the submissions. But I feel the better fighter here, in my opinion, is Rosa. I mean, like I said, Santos could tire her up, but when it comes to like striking and everything like that, I mean, I feel Rosa is a better striker here. But Santos can throw the kicks and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? She kind of fades. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't take long for her to fade. You know, once you tag her 1 or 2 times, you know, she kind of shy away from everything. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go with Rosa here. I'm going to say Rosa by decision. And this is a 50-50, guys. Like I said, when it comes to women fights, got to be very careful. Also with the guys, though. You know what I mean? It's just like, women fights are kind of like, can be up and down, you know what I mean? I go for Rosa, but then Santos win. Or it goes to decision and Santos get a split. Even though Rosa win. Because the judges getting paid. So, yeah. So, I like Rosa by decision, and not confident. Next fight, we got Joe Anderson versus Joe Anderson Brito versus Weston Wilson. That's a tongue twister. Weston Wilson. No. All right, so Brito here, and it's not the filter. That was a bad joke, yo. That's cheesy. Brito filter. All right, so Joe Anderson Brito here. This guy is well rounded, man. Very aggressive, pack power, elusive, athletic. He will look for the takedown. He will look for the submissions. He will look to take your head off. But he will get tired, man. And he usually get tired after that first round. You know what I'm saying? So he usually come in there and try to take you out real quick. Against Bill Alego, though, you know, he kind of was trying to finish Bill, and he was unable to do that. So Bill kind of reversed him a little bit, put him on his back, and like play that game, you know, play that MMA game, you know, sit on the outside, touch him up a little bit, avoid the big punches, and Bill won the fight. So this is the next fight here, man, where this is like a test, you know, have you learned a lesson? Even though his 2 fights win, you know, but you know, that was like his, you know, his 3rd loss there, but since 2 wins. This guy here, Weston Wilson, coming out of upstate karate there, Stephen Thompson gym there, 5-inch of height. I mean, he looks okay, you know, striking looks okay. He's more known for the ground, though. You know what I'm saying? He has a lot of wins by submission. Has that, you know, karate motion there, touch and go kind of vibe. But he likes a submission, though. And this is a fight where this guy's kind of similar to when Joe Anderson fought Bill Alego. Because Bill Alego and Wilson is, to me, is kind of similar in the footwork and the movement, that karate kind of in and out motion, and they both look for the ground. So this guy gonna have a 5-inch of height, though. He's massive. This guy gonna be a massive in there, man. But again, Wilson got knocked out by Ishihara. You know what I mean? So I mean, I'm gonna go with Brito here, man. I'm gonna say Brito first round, KO TKO. I'm gonna say Brito 70% and Wilson 30%. I just feel with Wilson, he's kind of hittable, and I feel like Brito has everything, man, to win this fight. Whatever Wilson have, I feel Brito has it. You should be able to pull this one out, but still be careful, though. All right. Next fight here, guys. We have Kevin Lee versus Rinat Fakhretdinov. Hopefully I pronounced that right. I think I did, though. Fakhretdinov, right? Yeah, Fakhretdinov. I think that's right. Or Fakhretdinov. I don't know. One of the two. Alright, so Kevin Lee is back. So UFC took back Kevin Lee after having a fight against my boy Diego Sanchez, which Diego Sanchez even hurt Lee in that fight. Got him wobbly. Actually almost took out his left leg with leg kicks, with with low kicks to the calf. Right, so Lee here, you know, has a wrestling base. Striking has improved, pushing more striking there. We'll go for takedowns, 3-inch of reach, a massive reach advantage here. But again, his last fight against Diego, you know, Diego was holding his own, man, and I feel Diego did very good in that fight. You know, like I said, he hurt Lee. You know, Lee leg was messed up, and then Lee looked like he was gassing out a little bit. You know what I mean? I just, with Kevin Lee, man, I don't know, man. He just hasn't been looking the same, dude. D-Rod beat him, Charles Oliveira, which, you know, Charles Oliveira is a high level, and D-Rod is a high level guy too. You know, he has a lot of tough fights, but I just feel like, I don't know, man, you know, his last fight with Diego Sanchez, that's his last fight, and he didn't even look that good in that fight. And Diego Sanchez is, you know what I'm saying, it's supposed to be downhill, but he didn't look that bad. You know what I'm saying? Rinat here, though, is a well-rounded guy too, would let the hands go, and he will clip you. And a guy like Lee, a lot of flash knockdowns, man. Wobbly. He gets hit and he gets wobbly, man. And Renato takedown is super aggressive. No, Lee got takedown defense in wrestling, but Renat is like that Sambo kind of vibe, man. You know what I'm saying? He mixes it up, throws and sweeps. And like I say, striking is not bad though, man. If Lee run into a punch, it doesn't take much, man. If Diego Sanchez is wobbling him, you know what I mean? It's just and a guy like Renat keeps a good base, keeps a good pace as a grinder. He's gonna push high level, push. And Lee's coming off a fight with Diego Sanchez, which you know, Diego Sanchez didn't really push him in that fight. He just was connecting with shots. I'm liking Renat here, man. Again, Lee could win. Don't get me wrong for being experienced, but I just feel like Lee, man, he can't take a hit. And I mean, Lee would have to knock this guy out in the fight to finish. I just don't see Lee winning this fight. That's it. I mean, I could be wrong though. I'm gonna go to Rinat Fakhretdinov by actually, I don't have a 10 here, guys. I don't have a way I was gonna win. See that right now. Let's see how he's gonna win this one. He has 11 by knockouts. He can win this fight anywhere, man. I mean, like I said, Lee can't take a hit, and his wrestling to me is not the same. For sure. I must say Fakhretdinov beat him by decision, guys. Alright, so I must say decision. I'm not confident. It's a 50-50. I do believe Lee could possibly win, but I just don't see how he would win this fight though. I can't. I don't see how he would win. I mean, he's not gonna wrestle this guy. The guy wrestling is high level. Outstriking him is possible, but look at how he looked against Diego Sanchez, and it wasn't. You know, he threw some hands, but you know what I'm saying, Diego Sanchez was hurting him, and Rinat could throw. Rinat throws heavy, man, and accurate. So Rinat by decision, 50-50. Not confident here, guys. Play at your own risk. Next fight here we have Nursulton Ruziboev versus Bruno Ferreira. Nursulton here. This guy is a pretty good fighter, man. He's well rounded. Lots of fights, man. Lots of fights for this guy's what, 28, 29? For 28, 29 year old guy, he has a lot of fights here. Over 40 odd fights, man. Lots of experience. 20 by sub, 12 by knockout, 6 inch of height. I couldn't get his reach though. This guy's I see his fights. This guy's a pretty good fighter, man. Bruno's raw power though, man. This guy will just swing for the fences, man, and you know what I mean, if he connects, he knocks you out. You know, he has a puncher's chance here. 100% finish rate, man. This guy has a 100% knockout finish rate, dude. All knockouts, man. Knocked out Gregory Rodriguez, but the thing about Gregory Rodriguez, what a lot of people don't know, is that Gregory Rodriguez, yeah, he's a Robocop, but he's not as durable as people think he is, man. Remember, he's on the Contender Series. He got knocked out by Jordan Williams, man. And Jordan Williams, he fought. Jordan Williams, I believe, went up in weight. So, on the Contender Series. Let me see something here, guys. Where's that fight at? 185. So he went up to 185 to fight this guy. He usually fights at 170. I believe 155 also. So, it's a fight here where, you know, Bruno has a chance here, but if Nursulton watch footages and see, you know, Bruno's last fight against Robocop, supposed he can win this fight, man. This guy's a skilled guy, man. But again, anything's possible here, guys. I must say Nursulton, and this guy's submission game is on point. That's his thing there. 20 by subs. Once he got you there, man, he's always transitioning into submission moves. Transitioning into sweep and looking for transition, looking for leg, looking for armbar, looking for triangle. He's always working. Next move. He just doesn't stop. He keeps transitioning. I'm gonna go with Nursulton. Hope I pronounced that. Nursulton by submission, first round. Not confident. It's a 50-50 because, like, again, a guy like Bruno, overhand swing, bam, catches guy in his chin. This guy's making his debut, but this guy's a freaking experienced guy, man. Very, very experienced guy. Alright, so next fight here, guys. We have Bennett Saint Denis versus Ismael Bonfim. The Bonfim brothers here, guys. Dennis got heart, man. Comes to fight, durable. Or coming from the army, I believe, was in the army or the military. Good on the ground, dangerous. It's a dangerous guy to be on the ground with. 2 inch of reach, 3 inch of height. This guy's coming to fight, man. Pretty much got to kill this guy in there, which hopefully that doesn't happen. But this guy comes to fight. He doesn't give up. The fight against Zaleski that fight should have been stopped, but. He went to a decision. Guy like Bonfim though, the Bonfim brothers are freaking. These guys can fight, man. Their boxing skills is on point. Probably this guy here and his other brother is probably coming out the contender series is probably one of the top level prospects I've seen in a long time. Other than that other guy there, I forgot his name though. Guy from I believe China. That's a next kid too. That's pretty damn good too, man. Like the skill. I believe his name is Tahari. Yeah, that guy's a very good prospect. But also the Bonfim brothers, man. Those guys are pretty damn accurate, man. Bennett can win this fight by just being tough as nail and just cause he throw his hands and go for takedowns and all these things. But the Bonfim brothers is well rounded, man. The ground game is pretty good. Boxing is on point. I mean, these guys see the technique. They see the punches and they're slipping. And they know what you're gonna do before you even do it. Cause they're looking at you to get the timing right. They're looking for the openings. You know what I mean? So these guys are not just in there just throwing wild punches. They're reading you and then countering you before you make your move. Or while you make your move, they're looking to counter you. And they throw from different angles and they're pretty good. I mean, to me, what I say, coming from contender series, these guys are pretty good prospects, man. And they work the body well, man. They work the body well. This guy is very technical. They see it. Like some guys, will throw punches, but they just throw just for the hell of it. There's no setup. The timing is not really there. The range is not there. They're just they're just throwing stuff. These guys, timing, range, everything is on point, and they can see the technique. They can feel the techniques. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that they're dangerous. Meaning that if you do something. If you make a mistake, which anything you do could be a mistake with this guy here, just throw your hands out there for the hell of it, he's going to clip you. He's going to hurt you. So I'm going to go with Bonfim here. Decision, 50-50. Again, a man like Dennis is a wild dude, man. And that guy going to keep coming. So it's going to be a crazy fight here. It's actually going to be a good fight, guys. But both of these guys come to freaking fight. This going to probably be... This probably going to be one of the... We're looking for like a wild fight where guys are exchanging and just giving it all they got. This is the fight to look out for. This is the fight. This is probably going to be one of the best fights on the card. The Damir and Grant Dawson is going to be a good fight too. And the Morales and Max Griffin. Max Griffin will bring it too, but Dennis and Bonfim, these guys are going to throw it on, man. Also Graham and Brenner is going to throw it on too. Okay, so I like Bonfim here. Bonfim by decision. 50-50, guys. All right. Ariane Lipski versus Melissa Gatto. Lipsi here, from her last fight, she didn't look too bad, man. It looked like she made some, like she did some work there, switch up some things or mistakes that she was doing, and it looked like she's at American top team. So, from what I've seen, she did some changes, man. She can get taken down though, and her striking is not bad, but she will drop the ball. But from her last fight there against JJ Andridge, man, she was stopping takedowns. I believe she didn't even get takedown in that fight. You know, she defended very, very well. You know, she stand up and then, you know, throw punches and look very good on the foot. But that's against JJ Andrews, though. You know what I mean? Which JJ Andrews is a very experienced woman, not taking away anything from her. A girl like Gato, though, Gato got that more of an athletic kind of fast twitch kind of muscles there, technique, striking a little sharper. She's well rounded. We look for the submissions. She's skilled, you know what I mean? And she can have a 2-inch of reach, which is massive here. Now, the only thing about Gato that kind of like, you know, she can get taken down. Also, and she spends a lot of time on her back looking for submission. That's the only thing. And even though she strikes, she can get hit at times. And she can get thrown around. So strength advantage and all these things. I would say Lipski has a strength advantage. Technique-wise, I feel Lipski striking is maybe a little better here. And also experience, I feel Lipski is more experienced here. But it's tough to pick this one, guys, because like I said, you know what I mean? It's like Lipski would drop the ball. She looked good in her last fight. That's great, but it all depends on who you're fighting, though, that you look good against. Maybe Gato, you know, she go up, you know, and fight Gato, then Gato touch her one time and she just don't feel good. And then she just end up losing the fight. She end up just shying away and getting hit, probably even knocked out or submitted. I'm going to go with Lipski, though, guys. I'm going to say Lipski by decision, but, man, zero confidence in this one, too, guys. I told you, this card right here is a tough card. Play at your own risk, man. Be careful. Next fight here, we got Max Griffin versus Michael Morales. Griffin here has improved, man. Every single fight he's improving, you know. We'll look for the takedowns. We'll mix it up well. Got heavy hands. And he's durable, man, and very experienced guy, man. You know, beat some guys that he probably shouldn't have beat. A guy like Ramiz, he beat that guy. His ear, you know, kind of fell off. It's kind of strange saying that. Beat Zalem, who he beat, who was undefeated, and after that, everything was just downhill for that guy. You know, so, and that's a fight where Zalem was supposed to win that, you know. But like I said, a guy like Griffin, man, he will upset you, man. You know, he will come in there and then pull off a win, man. Can he do it against Morales, though? A good prospect like Morales? Because Morales is a damn good prospect, man. Heavy-handed, KO, TKO, 3-inch of reach. He can get taken down, though, but he pops back up. And he's athletic, he's quick, fast twitch muscles, durable. A young kid. You know, I mean, Griffin can guarantee that, you know, I must say that that Morales is a favorite. Can Griffin upset? Sure, he can. You're probably saying, but Trevor Garza didn't upset him. Sometimes, man, it's just that one guy that you may think that's not going to upset. Like Max Griffin is like, he's not going to, he lose one, you know, he's not going to do anything. Comes in there and pull off a win, man. You never know, man. Split decision Max Griffin, or, you know, Max Griffin knocks him out. That's how it goes, guys. You know, remember, you know, experience goes a long way, man. A lot of people sometimes will just go, oh, man, freaking a guy like Morales is going to run over him. You know, Michael Morales all the way, 100%, man. We see this all the time. Am I picking Michael Morales? Yeah, I may pick him, but it's not a confident pick, though. It's an even fight for me. It's a 50-50. Because Max Griffin is experienced. And he has everything that Michael Morales have to win this fight. The only thing that Morales is going to have the speed. He's going to have the little bit of youth. He's going to have the more athleticism, the more quickness, and the power. I feel Griffin can hurt Morales. So freaking be careful with this one. Remember, I can lead a horse to water, but I can't let him drink it. I can give you the winner. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Morales has a better chance of winning. That doesn't mean he's going to win, though. But I'm just explaining to you, be careful with this one, because Griffin could win. Also, like I said, check out my face-off predictions. Check out my face-off predictions on my Patreon, because I make changes, okay? I'm going with Morales. Morales KO TQ in the third round, but 50-50, guys. Like I said, Max Griffin will upset. Possibly he can upset, man. We got Damir Ismagulov versus Grant Dawson. This is a good fight here. Damir here, man, is well-rounded, skilled guy. I'm high on Damir, man. Damir is a good fighter, man. Can get taken down, but he scrambles well, and he's a pretty hard guy to take down, man. Like I said, he lost against Amir, you know, but Amir. He lost against Arman, but Arman is a tough guy, man. He's a tough wrestler, tough wrestling base, and he also can strike, you know. But he fought a good fight though in that fight, you know, and I believe the fight was close. Damir is gonna have a 2-inch reach here. And like I said, he's not an easy guy to take down, man. The only reason why Arman take him down because Arman is a freaking good wrestler, man. He's high level, and he has and the difference in this fight that Arman can strike and is heavy-handed. Grant Dawson, on the other hand, strong wrestling base, and he would grind you off for the win, man. He would grind, but he's hittable. And his striking is not up to par. His striking is not at that level, man. Suspect striking, you know, but he would look to submit you though. But the thing about Grant Dawson here, that's, you know, with the matchup here, Damir is a very good striker, and Damir ground game is not bad. So Dawson's gonna be probably jumping for double leg, single dum, but I don't think he's gonna be wrestling like how Arman wrestles. Arman's in a different level, in my opinion. And like I said, Grant Dawson can wrestle, but I feel Damir is either gonna hurt him in this fight, or he's gonna just be just defending and just hitting him with strikes, Maybe Dawson may be on his back, and Damir is gonna be going and pounding him with like shots. It's a possibility. I'm liking Damir here. I'm gonna say Damir by decision. It could also be a split decision, guys. I'm not confident in this play. Next fight we got Sean Strickland versus Abusupiyan Magomedov. Sean Strickland here, very well-rounded, high pace, but can get caught. He can get knocked out. The way how he fights, he shows up a lot. Not much footwork, and he kind of like just walk his way in, and he's like, you know, blocking with the shoulder, kind of Shelly kind of vibe. He use your shoulder to slip. You know what I'm saying? Kind of keep the chin down, but he can get hit though. Not really athletic guy, not explosive, doesn't have a fast twitch muscle, doesn't have that one hitter quitter, but he will throw punches in bunches and hurt you though. And like kind of like, this is the guy that will put a high pace on you and break you down and make you quit. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, he's a high volume. You keep throwing. He works the body throwing. He's just on you. A guy like Abus here. Abus is well-rounded, sharp striking, very explosive guy here, man. Kicks, punches, his ground game. This guy's a tough guy to fight, man. And he's gonna have a 2-inch reach, which is massive, right? This guy here is a very good fighter, man. I mean, he got knocked out here by Lewis Taylor, but Lewis Taylor caught him with that punch. That was on the PFL, and he was going up to win the $1 million or something like that, and he got caught. Taylor just came in and caught him with, I believe it was a left. You know what I'm saying? I mean, anybody can get caught. You know what I mean? That's more like explosive, and Taylor's athletic and explosive. Sean Strickland is not really like that. He doesn't sprint across like that. He's more just like, you know, flat-footed, kind of walk his way in, but he walks you down. He doesn't really explode. A guy like Abus, explosive, man. But it's the thing. If you look at Abus, though, Abus is like, you know, a lot of his fights are like early wins, man. Like first round, second round, first. A lot of first round finishes, man. This is a 5-round fight. It's a 5-round fight, guys. You know, how is he gonna look in the later rounds? You know, is he gonna still have that, you know, that power, you know, that pop on him, you know? So in a kind of way, this fight kind of favors Sean Strickland a little bit, but you know, like technically wise, the way how Sean Strickland fights though, he's there to get hit, and Abus is quick, speed, timing, you know. So you could see a finish here, guys. You know, if Strickland just stays there in the center and like trying to shell up, you know, I mean, the gloves are not that big. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't take much, you know. You know, and Abus is very, very aggressive guy, man, with a lot of techniques, and he moves well, light on the foot. And Sean Strickland is going to be there, just, you know. I don't know. I'm going more for Abus here, guys. I just feel Abus here. It's going to be a smaller cage too, so maybe it could favor Strickland. Strickland put him against a cage timer, but again, Abus is very well rounded. His ground game is not bad either. He has a good ground game, man. It's a fight here, guys, where This one's the next toss-up here, man. This is a tough card, guys, to be honest, man. A lot of these fights here are tough, man. Yeah, it's 14 by KO TQ and 6 by submission, man. This is a dangerous guy to fight, man. This guy here is skill. Skill guy, man. I'm not saying that Sean Strickland can't beat him just off of, yeah, I would say experience, but this guy's also experienced. But I guess UFC experience, I guess you want to say. I mean, Sean Strickland, probably a more experienced guy for that, being in the UFC. Yeah, man. I'm going to go with a boss here, guys. Abusupiyan Magomedov. I think I pronounced that right. Yeah, I'm going to go with a boss here. Just technicality and the way how Sean fights. He's there to get hit. And he shells up. And this guy here can hit. That's the thing. He can hit. He got power behind everything he throws. And he has a ground game too and submissions. You understand? He doesn't, and he will take you down. He will pick you up and slam you down on the ground. His ground game is not bad. Just as good as a stand-up. I'm going to go a boss here. KO TKO, guys, in the second round. 50-50. Not confident at all. Alright. Quick look at the odds here, guys. See what we're working with. What we're working with here. What are we working with? What we working with? What are we working with? What's up with this, man? What's up? What's up, man? Come on, man. Come on, man. Alrighty, what we're working with here. I got Sean Strickland here. What's going on here? What's going on here, man? Okay, here we go. Alright, so Ivanov underdog. What? Alexander Romanov is a favorite? Oh, shoot, guys. Oh, man. Honestly, guys, like I said, check out my Patreon. But for now, dog or pass, man. Honestly, man. Because Romanov, man. Man. Man, he could come in here and grapple. Maybe get Ivanov down to the ground. You know what I'm saying? But can he finish him in the first round, though? That's the thing. And Ivanov is a tough guy to finish. Romanov and Ivanov. And Ivanov is a tough guy to finish, man. So, yeah, I disagree with the odds. If it's anything, it's an even fight, but be careful. This one is dog or pass, man. Ivanov and Luana. Damn, they got Ivanov at 200 and something. What the hell? Oh, man. This girl is not... She's not well known enough. She doesn't. Her fights that I see just doesn't really stand out much for her to be on 200 and something. She may have some takedown, but even the takedown don't look as good. You know, it doesn't seem the takedowns don't seem consistent, and it all depends on who she's matching up with. I would be careful with this one. I would probably even mess around with it. I'll probably go dog too, which I have Luna with anyway, and I do have Ivanov winning too. But be careful though, guys. The odds in here is totally off. This girl should not be 200 or something. Guram and Brenner. Shit. Guram is 600 or something, dude. Brenner not a bad fighter, man. But I can see why Guram is this high. Like I said, this guy is a very, very good wrestler, and he fights some tough guys, man. I went to split decision with them. And beat some guys by split. I like Guram, but when I see odds like this, 700, still be careful, man. You just never know. Guram shoot for takedown, get caught in a guillotine. And a guy like Brennan has a lot of submissions. Joanderson Brito. Oh, gosh. Like I said again, guys, you know, Brito fought a guy like Lego, who is similar to Winston, and he had issues with him. Winston come in here, keep that Stephen Thompson distance, pop the shots out there, you know, look for takedowns, kind of pepper the fight, you know, touch and go, you know, pepper the rounds. He probably could win the fight, so be careful. But I like Brito, but 14 something is way too high, man. And even though Wilson, you know, making his debut, you know, Brito should win, but oh, it's just too high, man. Be careful. Rosa and Santos. Rosa 175. I don't disagree with Rosa being a favorite here. I think she should win this fight. But like I said, with women, still be careful. Kevin Lee and Rinat. I got Rinat as favorite. Okay, 190. Yeah, man, I just don't really see Lee winning this fight. To be honest, I don't know what path Lee would take to win the fight. I just don't know, guys. So Fakhretdinov, 190, 200. I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with that. But you know, Lee being experienced, been in the UFC already, possibly could get a win. You just never know. A split decision, possible. So still be careful. Bruno Ferrer and Nursulton. Damn, Bruno Ferrer is 200 and something. What the hell? The one hitter, he has a bunch of chance and is 100% rate. But a guy like Nelson is very, very experienced. I don't see why. If he's anything, this fight should be an even fight, in my opinion. There shouldn't be Bruno so high. Bruno's going to go in and just finish him real quick with a punch. Possible, you know. But a guy like Nelson is good on the ground, got submissions, striking is not bad. I don't know, man. I disagree with the odds in here. This odds is jacked up. Bruno shouldn't be so high. That fight is scratched. Ismael Bonfim versus Dennis. Bonfim is negative 300. Wow. I don't like the odds on this card, guys. I think some of the fights are kind of off on the odds, man. Odds are too high on a lot of guys. You see, Bonfim is good, and I'm high on him. But a guy like Dennis is also a guy's like a Mad Max, man. He's not gonna stop. It's hard to finish that guy. He's gonna keep coming. He has a heart, and he has his technique and skills. It's not like Bonfim, but this make it look like Dennis don't have a chance. Dennis has a chance, guys. I like Bonfim as favorite, but not at 300 though. Still be careful. So the odds in this card here, guys, is that if some of the fights them doesn't look right to me. The odds are way. They're favoriting the guys so much, and the guys that they're fighting are skilled guys. That's the issue. You know what I'm saying? They're skilled, experienced guys. A guy like Nursulton, the guy's super experienced, dude. I feel like guy's more experienced than Bruno and has a better skill set as far as more well-roundedness than Bruno does. Bruno has a puncher chance, but Nursulton also a puncher and submission. Might not be as powerful hitter as Bruno, but the guy got the skills, though. That's the issue. A girl like Ivana and Luna, like Ivana making a debut from her other fights, I'm just not too impressed with what I see. Luna more experienced, lose to some girls, but beat some good girls too. And she's like way underdog. Something is off with that, man. I could be wrong though, but that's it right there, guys. That's my odd breakdowns. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, guys. Hit the thumbs up button. Also check out my Patreon account for all of my face-up predictions, which I'm gonna do tomorrow because I'm kind of early, and all the wins. Sign up to that Patreon, man. That's it. Sign up to the Patreon because I'm gonna make changes on this card, man, because this is a tough one. This is a tough card, and the fights are so, I don't know, it's just the fights are so close, but the odds are so high, like it's crazy. It's like it doesn't make any sense to me. That mean that like most underdogs on this is gonna hit? Most probably likely, yeah. Most likely, man. So this is one of them cards, man, where like majority of the cards, a lot of underdogs are winning, right? Exactly. And the guys who are experienced, they have them like so underdogs, like doesn't make any sense to me. So you said Lee is like experienced. Yeah, Lee's experienced, but I feel with Lee, the guy that he's fighting is the guy like Rinat Fakhretdinov. That guy's a good fighter. That guy's a very good fighter, and with Lee, he's not durable, man. He gets hurt easily, and his wrestling is not the same like what it used to be. So, but that's about it there, guys. That's my breakdowns, like I said. One love out to everybody, and